Now, if you watched my live from yesterday, do type down below, do say yes down below if you watched my live from yesterday, where I was talking about a subject, and then my daughter and her friend got into the car, and then they blew me away. If you didn't watch that one, I ramble a little bit at the front, and then all of a sudden they get in and they stole the show with their 15 and 16 years old. My daughter's 15, her friend is 16, and they basically stole the show, talking about some amazing stuff. So go back and check that out, which led me to talk about this subject today. Because yesterday when I was listening to them both talk at 15 and 16 years old, it was so beautiful because they didn't have all the beliefs, self-limiting beliefs that most adults have. And isn't it interesting that things change when we go from being a child? Like when we're a child, do you ever go out and watch a child go and play, and you watch the parents watch the child play, and the parents are like, they call them helicopter parents, right? If you know what a helicopter parent is, type number 1 below. But helicopter parents are parents that hover over top of their kids, and they're like, no, don't do that, you're gonna fall down. No, don't climb that tree, that could happen. No, don't try that because you might fail. No, don't do that because you might. They're helicopter parents, right? Instead of letting kids, the beautiful thing about being a kid is that they're gonna learn things on their own, right? They're gonna learn how what to do, what not to do on their own. Like, you don't have to teach a child that a car can squash them. You don't need to teach them that. They pretty much can figure that out on their own, right? Like, that's a big car, I don't want to get hit by that car. Yeah, granted, if they're a little baby, they won't know, but a child will learn that on their own. Even if you didn't tell them, they're going to learn that on their own, just as an example. So limiting beliefs and behaviors, where did those come from? Where do those come in with ourselves? Where do we learn that behavior? Well, believe it or not, we learn that type of behavior from our parents, from our grandparents, from our teachers, from our coaches. We learn all that stuff from other people, right? Now, you probably don't want to, well, let's take this for example. It just happened to me just now. I was talking to somebody via text message on Facebook, and that person said, I said, well, why don't you just type, I'm driving, so why don't you just press the little camera above and we can talk? And the person was like, nah, no, I'm getting ready to go do something. And I said, well, okay, so you're chicken. So I thought something's going on with them right now, where actually they don't have the time. Excuse me. Not that they didn't have the time, because they didn't say, I don't have time, I'm busy right now. They said, I'm getting ready for an event. And I said, well, heck with it, I'm going to press the button. And I pressed the button, and luckily for me, that person picked up, and they were getting ready. They were getting their makeup on and getting ready for an event. But, it was the self-limiting belief, the limiting belief that person didn't want to press the button, not because they didn't have time. They could talk on the phone and do something at the same time. But really the limiting belief is what my belief would have been about that person. Oh, I don't have all my makeup on, so they're going to see me when I don't have all my makeup on. Well, who cares what you look like with your makeup on or off? Like, it doesn't matter what anybody looks like. It doesn't matter if you've got your makeup on or off. What it matters is who you are as a person, right? So that's just one example. Oh, Amber, I wasn't talking about you then, by the way. I'm talking about something else. So, but thanks for popping on, Amber. By the way, kind of funny you popped on that moment, because you did it the other day too, as a matter of fact. So, but limiting beliefs, like, oh, oh my gosh, that sounds wonderful, I'd love to be part of that business. Yeah, but I tried that one time before and it didn't work, and wah, 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 right? Yeah, I'm talking about me not having my makeup on. We have those self-limiting beliefs because, for example, because we did something before that didn't work out, and therefore now nothing in the future is ever going to work out, even if it sounds like it's going really well. Because you got this limiting belief that makes you believe that because you tried something before and it didn't work out, that everything you try is not going to work out. Like, what would happen if a basketball player tried to make a shot and it didn't go in, and they said, "Oh, this isn't for me"? What if Michael Jordan said on his very first shot, said, "I'm going to try and make that ball go into that basket," and it didn't work, and then all of a sudden he says, "This isn't for me, I quit." Right? If he was a believer in the fact that he would say, "Because my ball didn't go in, therefore I will never be a basketball player," that is his own belief, he would not play basketball again. But if he was around some pretty amazing people, that ding means that it's 4 degrees. I should watch out for ice on the road, by the way, here in Vancouver. So, but he's around some amazing people that help him understand that, hey, no. Maybe it was his father, for example, or maybe Wayne Gretzky's a better analogy. Wayne Gretzky's father supported him when he took his first shot on net and it didn't go in. He could have just said, "No, hockey's not for me. I guess I should go try something else because such and such and such and such that I used to hang around with said that, yeah, when you try something once and it doesn't work out, that you should quit." Or he surrounded himself with somebody, his father, by the way, who and mother, by the way, who supported him and said, "You know what? That's okay. Try another shot. Try another shot. Try another shot." And guess what? He became the best hockey player ever to play the game of hockey. Same with Michael Jordan. So if we have these self-limiting behaviors and beliefs, which we do, they're instilled in us by our grandparents, our parents, our teachers, our coaches. They all instill these things in us. There's sayings that go, that there's sayings that are invented, that, I mean, I can't think of any right now, but there's sayings that are invented all giving us self-limiting beliefs. So I just wanted you guys to know that what you say in your mind is mostly bullshit. It's bullshit when it comes to this topic. And it's usually because it felt, so let's get back to my daughter and her friend, right? My daughter and her friend, they said, yeah, when they first were going for their black belt test, they knew it was going to be hard, but they prepared. They knew it was going to be really difficult, but it was the hardest thing they ever did do at that moment in life and time. I know that, whatever, I know that this is a bad camera. Let's see if I can fix it somehow. But anyways, it was going to be the hardest thing that they ever did do. But on the outside of that, when they succeeded, it made them realize that just by sheerly just succeeding at that they'd be able to tackle anything that they put their mind to in the future. Now, I can assure you that my daughter and her friend have failed at more things in Taekwondo than they've succeeded at. Whether it's trying a kick for the first time, or whether it's trying a pattern for the first time, whether it's trying anything for the first time, they failed at more things than they succeeded at. And guess what? When you get to be really good at anything, you have failed at more at, you've failed more at that than you have succeeded. I guarantee it. Because it takes a lot of failure in order to become great at something. But if you fail one time and you quit one time, you're never going to feel what it's like to actually succeed. And all you're going to do is lower your standards to things that are obtainable that you're able to succeed at. And those aren't worth getting anyways. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, give me some love down below. Give me a, whatever, a high five or something. Or type a number 5 if that's easier. Does that make sense? Instead of raising the bar, we end up setting goals so low that are obtainable that they're not even worth getting in the first place. So I don't know about you, but I don't want to be an average person. I don't want to be an average person. I hope you don't want to be an average person either. I hope that you set your goals so high that even when you fail at that goal that you set so high, that you landed higher than you ever would have if you set that goal so low that it was obtainable and you got it. It'd be worth more, don't you think? I think so. Merry Christmas, by the way, Janice. I might not see you before then, or I might not see you on here.